this is CJ and Sarah from CjsKetoKitchen. We wanted to wish you and your family happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
and a Happy New Year.
Yes, a Happy New Year.
And in this video, we've included a bonus recipe for low-carb, ketogenic pecan pie. So hopefully you can make it this time of year or Easter or any time coming up. It's really delicious. And we hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. And we hope to see you all next year. Come back and see us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And Keto Kitchen here was squeezing my buns. So we're going to start by making the crust, and I have greased my pie pan. Mine is an 8-inch pie pan, but you can use whatever size pie pan you have, and it can be made out of any material. Mine happens to be Pyrex, and I have greased it. Even though our crust has butter in it, sticking shouldn't be a problem, but I just generally grease it anyway for good measure. So in a separate bowl, I have 1.5 cups of almond flour. And we like to use Blue Diamond almond flour, and it's the Blanched, and we usually get ours at Costco because it's the best price per pound. And I like to use the Blanched because it's very light colored, so it's easier to tell when things are done, especially when you're baking things like a crust. So to that, I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of melted butter, and we're just going to form a simple shortbread crust for the bottom of our pie. So I'm just mixing that together until it kind of binds, and then we're going to press it into our pie pan. So we just want to spread it around and kind of up the sides just to make our traditional pie crust. Try and make it as even as you can, just because it will cook better. And I have preset my oven for 350 degrees. And we're going to bake this crust for about 10 to 12 minutes. Just to get it to set. We don't really want it to be too golden because we are going to continue cooking our pie for another 50 minutes after we get the filling put in. So I'm just making this as even as possible. Okay, so it is ready to go in the oven. And once again, that was 350, and it's going to be for 10 to 12 minutes. And we'll see you back as soon as the crust is set. Okay, I have taken the set crust out of the oven, and as you can see, it's not very brown. I just wanted it to set. I don't want it to brown since we're going to continue to bake it. So I'm going to set that aside while we work on the filling. And we are going to take 1.5 cups of pecans, and I have some that are halved, and then I also chopped some up. You can do all halves if you want, you can do all chopped if you want. It all depends on your taste preference for how you like the texture of your pie to be. I'm going to put those in the pie shell because we're going to put our filling in on top. So now we need 1/2 cup of artificial sweetener, and I am using a stevia and erythritol blend, but feel free to use whatever type of artificial sweetener that your family prefers. You can use Splenda, you could use all stevia, you could use all erythritol, you could use xylitol, whatever you like to use. We also need 1/3 cup of sugar-free maple syrup, and we are using Mrs. Butterworth's sugar-free, but you can use any kind of sugar-free maple syrup that you like, and you can just get that in the grocery store shelves. I'm also going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of rum extract. You could use vanilla extract. You don't have to use extract at all. I'm just going to put in a little bit of rum because I like the taste of that with my pecans. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs, and I have beaten my eggs in my mini food processor. They just need to be beaten, however you decide to do it. And that's just 2 large eggs. And then we also need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and I have let mine cool. It's a good idea if you let it cool before you add it to the egg mixture so that you don't end up with scrambled eggs. That's not what we're going for today. So throwing that in there, I'm just gonna give that a stir. Help all of the things meld together and the sweetener to get all combined. So as soon as everything is combined, we're going to pour that into our pie shell that we have put our pecans in. So I'm just going to get that all in there and try and spread it around evenly, so that there's filling on all our pecans. You think I should? Well, it's too late to take nuts out, honey, because all the filling's in there.
Go with it. Go with it. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, that's a big hole over there. You got a lot over here. I mean, it seems like it's nut heavy over here.
Okay. That's it. I'm done with this pie. This pie has been. You need more nuts over there, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
That meets with your approval now?
It looks, yes.
Okay. Okay, now we are going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes.
All right, so we have got our pecan pie out of the oven, and we're gonna actually cut into it. It's Christmas Eve.
I don't know how large of a piece you want.
As large as you want to give me, that's fine.
The first piece is always the hardest one to get out.
To get out, yeah, it is. Oh, that crust looks good.
Yeah, I left a little bit in there
Ooh,
though.
that crust looks really good.
You can't miss out on the crust.
This is Sarah's Simple Crust, and it is simply delicious.
Might be just a tiny bit biased.
No, I'm not biased at all.
I'll get you a fork.
If your crust sucked, I would say it. Or I wouldn't say anything. If your crust was bad, I wouldn't say anything.
Oh, there it is.
So there it is. Where's the front? Is that the front?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, and I put a little tiny bit of extra crust there on the side.
So there it is. That's our pecan pie. And we'll see how it tastes. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Mmm, looks yummy.
Let's see.
That ooey gooey deliciousness.
Pull it back. Oh yeah. Ooh, it is good. All right.
I will take some footage of you trying it, not me.
Oh, will you? It's still running.
Okay. Let's test for us.
Okay.
How's it taste?
Tastes good. You know, I don't know if it's the Mrs. Butterworth is the best choice.
Okay. What's it missing?
Not missing anything. It's super sweet though.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Okay.
And I do like the crust.
Okay. It's moist, more
This
moist
is way better than
than a coconut flour crust.
a coconut flour crust.
Okay.
It's a whole lot better. Good job.